Hey everyone, we're Team 4 and this is our first reading assignment. We were tasked with reading and analyzing How to Sell Your Ideas Up the Chain of Command by Ethan Burris. So I am Matthew Sakalowski. I live in Estero, Florida, and I'm a business management major.
I'm Isabel Basolto. I'm from Lakeland, Florida, and I'm a business management major.
I'm Isabel Medinilla. I'm from Newark, Delaware, and I'm also a business management major.
I'm Jacob Storm. I'm from Fort Myers, and I'm also a business management major. Today, I will discuss a critical barrier in organizations, which is the fear of speaking up. Despite extensive research highlighting the benefits of bottom-up innovation, where ideas and improvements come from all levels of the organization, many employees still feel hesitant to voice their thoughts and concerns to their managers. For instance, one survey revealed that a staggering 70% of employees do not feel comfortable discussing issues that matter to them. This is further underscored by a study from 2003, which found that 85% of employees kept their ideas to themselves solely because of fear. To illustrate the consequences of this fear, an Accenture study noted that nearly three-fourths, or 75% of ideas submitted through corporate online suggestion tools remain unaddressed, which indicates a significant loss of potential innovation. So how do we tackle this challenge? Next, we will explore the factors contributing to this fear and what we can do to foster a more open environment. Now let's delve into understanding managers' insecurities, which play a crucial role in the dynamic. There is a common belief that managers should always have the answers. This mindset can lead to insecurities, which make them less receptive to ideas from their subordinates. Research shows that managers who are insecure about themselves are 35% less likely to consider their employees' advice. Furthermore, another study found that these insecure managers often give poor performance evaluations to those who pitch ideas and are 14% less likely to implement those suggestions. So, how can employees effectively frame their pitches to increase the likelihood of being heard? There are two key factors to keep in mind for a successful pitch: confidence and the framework of the pitch. First, approach your pitch with confidence. This can influence how your ideas are perceived. Second, ensure that your pitch connects to the organization's goals. Framing your idea with the broader context of the company's objectives can make it more appealing and relevant to upper management. In summary, by addressing both the fear of speaking up and understanding the insecurities of managers, we can create a more innovative and open organizational culture.
The next key point in this article was to avoid mixed messages. So when selling an idea, many people try to convey the positive outcomes it will bring, as well as the risks of not taking action. But focusing on multiple aspects of an idea can lead to increased scrutiny from managers, making it less likely for an idea to be implemented. So focus on either the opportunity or the threat when pitching an idea rather than combining both. And across 5 studies in this article, it was found that managers are more likely to endorse messages that focus on either an opportunity or a threat instead of both. And then which framing techniques should you use? This largely depends on the focus of the manager. For example, if a manager has a promotion focused mindset that always has high aspirations, focusing on the positive outcomes would be the best course of action. But if a manager is cautious and focuses on prevention, then highlighting how the idea will help avoid problems or losses would be the best course. And then in the article, there's also studies that involve over 800 managers showing how tailoring the message to a manager's personality can increase the likelihood that an idea will be endorsed by 15 to 18%. The next key point in this article was to make implementation easy. Even if an idea offers value to a company, competing priorities and various challenges can lead to a hesitation of support from managers. So what you would want to do is anticipate potential obstacles. So you would want to understand how managers will evaluate employee-driven ideas by answering these 3 questions. What financial and human resources will be required to implement it? How difficult will it be to enlist the help of others? And is it worth devoting time, energy, and political capital to? By answering these questions before bringing up this idea to your manager, you'll greatly increase the chance that it will be implemented. The next key part is to align with company values. By framing an idea within the context of an organizational goal or aspirations, managers are more likely to implement it. A study by David Mayer showed that employees who incorporated organizational values into their pitch when selling their idea were 24% more successful than those who didn't.
So the next part that we wanted to discuss was leverage colleagues. So 60% of employees did not receive feedback from colleagues on their idea before bringing the idea to their manager. It is vital to gain support from colleagues because there is more persuasion in numbers. Employees who gain support from colleagues are 15 to 20% more likely to be successful than if they were to do it alone. Gaining support from colleagues could also alleviate some of the knee-jerk frustration the manager could impose on a single employee. Pitch to the right person. So you need to understand who has the authority. It's useless to pitch ideas to a manager who has no power or means to implement it. This causes frustration with both parties as issues are brought up when no meaningful change will happen. Collaborate with your manager. Use your boss as an ally to figure out the right person to sell the idea to. By doing this, your boss can also help frame the idea in a way that will resonate with higher ups in the company.
Now on to our multiple choice questions based off of our presentation. Question number 1. According to the research contained within the article, what percentage of U.S. employees are uncomfortable with talking out issues with their manager/supervisor? A, 60%, B, 90%, C, 30%, or D, 70%? If you answered D, 70%, you would be correct. Question number 2. What does research suggest about the effectiveness of framing a message to match a manager's personality? A, it has no impact on endorsement likelihood. B, it can increase endorsement likelihood by 50 to 60%. C, it can increase endorsement likelihood by 15 to 18%. Or D, it is only effective for promotion-focused managers. The correct answer is C. It can increase endorsement likelihood by 15 to 18%. And our last question, number 3, what does the data from the research suggest about employees who gain support on their idea from their coworkers to present to their manager? A, it can increase the likelihood of acceptance by 15 to 20%. B, it has no effect on rate of acceptance for managers. C, it can decrease the likelihood of acceptance by 10%, or D, it can increase the likelihood of acceptance by 45%. The correct answer is A, can increase the likelihood of acceptance by 15 to 20%.
Alrighty, well, just remember to use these tips the next time you're presenting ideas to your manager. Thank you for watching our Team 4 video presentation. Bye.
Bye.